When someone you care about is feeling low and your intention is you just want to help them, but it turns into an argument that can go on for hours and even days, and you're genuinely just trying to help them to feel better, but they feel like that you're fighting with them instead. If this has ever happened to you, or you know somebody that has this issue, then stick around, because in this short video that I'm doing here, I'm going to be sharing some simple ideas and simple tips that you can use in every conversation in your life that will give you a better advantage in being able to help someone else resolve how they're feeling. I'm Paul Campbell, and I'm a mind health specialist, and I work with adults and children every day to influence them using these persuasion tools to help them to change how they think and feel in a positive way. I'm going to be sharing some of these persuasion tools with you and tips that will help you become a better communicator so that you can influence your children to change how they think and feel. So today's video is called Don't Fight with Your Child, Fight with the Problem. So tip number one, if this is all you take away from this, always see the problem as separate. The first thing that you can do when somebody is feeling low is see the problem as separate. When I'm working with someone, I don't see the person as the problem. I genuinely see the problem as separate. If you can see the problem as separate, that means you can fight with the problem and not each other. Because if you see the person as the problem, it will make it personal, and then it becomes very uncomfortable for everybody. The person is not the problem. They're doing the problem or having the problem. This in itself, looking at it like this, can have a huge impact, and it will come across in your tone, it will come across in your body language as that you're being more genuine and more caring. So from now on, I want you to do this as best you can. When you're talking to somebody, and somebody that you care about and you want to help them with a problem, see the problem like this. There's me, there's you, and then there's that problem out there. And then the two of you can be mean to the problem and not mean to each other. And you can even tell the other person that you don't see them as the problem. You can even tell them that you see the problem as separate and refer to the problem as that problem. So tip number two, figure out how they're doing the problem. Don't try and challenge their belief. Try to genuinely figure out how are they doing the problem. Every belief can be changed if the person is open. But if they feel threatened or challenged in any way, especially a child, their mind will just shut you out, because a person, when they get stressed, 50% of their brain shuts down in stress, and the mind goes into a counterproductive process called alpha lock. And all you have to do is remember from this is that a relaxed mind learns more than a stressed mind. So from this point on, when you're in a conversation with your children, just ask yourself, am I fighting with the person or am I fighting with the problem? Tip number three, always play on level ground. A relationship is mostly built on following as well as leading. It's mostly should be more like a dance rather than a fight. If you think that you're above somebody, or if you think you're below somebody, you'll never have a good quality relationship. It's as simple as that. A good teacher is always willing to be level and listen and learn. And the better you get at learning, the better you'll become as a teacher. And even by you watching this video here right now, you're learning and teaching yourself better relating skills. So from this point on, see if you notice if you're doing more listening or if you're doing more talking. And if you're doing more talking, adjust accordingly. Or if you're doing more listening, adjust accordingly. So these are the three things that I would like you to take away from this video. Tip number one is don't fight with the person, fight with the problem. And tip number two, be genuinely curious about how they're doing the problem. And tip number three, a teacher is always willing to learn as well and listen. Practice listening as well as talking. So take these skills and come back to this video again if you feel you need to. Write down the tips on a bit of paper, stick them in your pocket, and see how better your relating skills are getting. And notice how much better that you're relating to people, just knowing these things. And with that said, if you found this video useful, then show some love, share this video with other people, leave a positive review wherever you are. And if you want to learn more about how you can advance these influence skills, then like this video and I'll notify you about the next videos that are coming out. And if you have a particular situation that you feel stuck in, send me a message or leave a comment and I will cover it in one of the next videos. Thank you so much for joining me in this one, and I will see you in the next one.